Hello there everyone, welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Thursday, November the 29th, 2012. And we've got some major news to cover today. Obviously, tensions have been escalating in the Middle East, especially over the last few weeks. We're all well aware of the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict at the Gaza Strip. Well, that's come to somewhat of a standstill, and now it looks like NATO is turning their attention once again to Syria. Because as of today, nearly the entire population of Syria has just been completely cut off from the internet. Right now, as I speak, up to 92% of the Syrian people have zero access to the internet. And if that's not drumming up the war drums louder and louder, then I don't know what is. This pretty much amounts to cyber warfare. We all know that here in the West, we've largely been manipulated by the mainstream media in regards to the truth of the matter about some of the things going on there on the grounds. And it's been up to the activist community within Syria to get the truth out through the internet, using social media networks like Twitter and Facebook and even YouTube to tell the rest of the world about what's going on there. Well, now, as of today, it looks like they're no longer going to have the ability to do that. So it looks like they're preparing for an all-out invasion. We know Turkey's been sitting on the sidelines there, waiting and ready to pounce. America, obviously, it's been the CIA, Al-Qaeda operatives who have been the ones who are responsible for a great deal of the bloodshed going on there, especially in Damascus and Aleppo, some of the most densely populated cities in Syria. But they haven't managed to gain the stronghold that they were going for. So now it looks like they're getting prepared to take things to a whole new level. And let's not forget that President Barack Obama doesn't even need any kind of permission or approval from Congress anymore. He can look to NATO or even the United Nations to get approval for an all-out invasion of Syria. So this is of incredible importance today, folks. This is not looking good for the Syrian people right now. And here's an article I wanted to share with you. Just came out today from the BBC. It says, Syria, internet and mobile communications cut off. The internet has been cut off and mobile phones have been disrupted in Syria, monitoring firms have said. Networking firm Renesas said the country's connection protocols were unreachable, effectively removing the country from the internet. Local reports suggested that the internet had been down since early afternoon and that telephone lines were only working intermittently. The Syrian government has blamed terrorists for the disconnection. The terrorists targeted the internet lines, resulting in some regions being cut off, Syria's Minister of Information told a pro-government television station. According to activists, it has been known for similar communication cuts to occur in isolated areas before military operations. Amnesty International has described the reports as very disturbing. Renesas, a US-based company which tracks internet connectivity worldwide, said on its blog, in the global routing table, all 84 of Syria's IP address blocks have become unreachable. According to its systems, access was disconnected at 12:26 p.m. local time. Another U.S. firm, Akamai, also confirmed it was unable to connect with Syria's internet. Activists were using satellite phones to make contact with the outside world, Reuters reported. Search giant Google noted that Syrians were unable to access any of its services, including YouTube. The video sharing website is a popular place for activists to upload footage from the country. Phison, a Canadian company that produces advanced computer systems for circumventing censorship systems, told the BBC that its monitoring showed the number of people connecting from within Syria had started to dive from around midday local time. Phison's system, which requires specialized software, has throughout November been seeing 13,000 to 15,000 logins per day. However, at the time of the reported outage, none of its users were able to get online. Syria has previously seen large outages in July and August this year, each lasting less than an hour and only affecting targeted areas. During the uprising in Egypt, 4 major internet service providers were cut off in that country during massed protests against the then President Mubarak. Egyptians quickly found ways around the blocks, and Google introduced a speak-to-tweet service which allowed people to connect to Twitter via the telephone. In Libya, internet blockouts were common in areas that were at the time still controlled by Colonel Gaddafi. The exact method being used to cut off the internet in Syria is unknown, one security expert said, but there are clues. It looks like they're using the same approach as Libya did, explained Rick Ferguson, Vice President of Security Research at Trend Micro. Requests for Syrian addresses are simply timing out, so it's likely to be blackholing or even breaking connections physically by cutting cables or switching things off. So folks, just something I wanted to bring to your attention today. It's not looking good right now for the Syrian people. And so I'll put links to that article in the description. And I also want to leave you today with another video, an interview I did with Press TV, where we talk all about the ongoing conflict there in Syria, and I point out to them there some of the potential false flag type scenarios we could see in order to provide the pretext and the excuse for an all-out invasion. So anyways, folks, just something I wanted to bring to your attention today. And also, speaking of doing interviews, I wanted to let you know that tonight I'll be a guest on Adam versus the Man with Adam Kokesh. So if you want to tune in and check out that show, you can go to adamversustheman.com, and we'll be live on the air tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, so you can tune in there if you want to check it out. And anyways, guys, that is all for today. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again, and we'll see you all right back here tomorrow. Take care.